Oh, you're good? Okay.
Tightly controlled ship.
Hello, everybody. Thanks so much for joining me here on Wave Now. I'm Myra Ansari. So you may have heard, if you're watching and paying attention to Wave News, that we are going to be getting some snow tonight. We are bringing you a live press conference that's going to be happening right now with public works officials from Louisville. They're going to tell us how they're prepping for the big snow system that is moving in our way. In this stream, I've also posted a link to Brian's latest weather blog where you can get the very latest information. But it's dry right now, but we're going to get a mix of sleet and snow this evening, perhaps even some freezing rain. So that's going to be changing into snow overnight. So our meteorologists are saying about a general 1 to 3 inches is likely to fall with slightly higher totals possible. So you got to be careful. So we're waiting for this press conference to start with Metro Public Works. They're going to tell us how they're getting things ready for what's to come. So let's just stand by and wait as they get started.
Is pizza here yet?
It's gonna be pizza bone, just all
Yeah.
so we can.
Save me some crust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny. I've never heard that. You wanna put your mic or anything? Okay. I'm waiting on Mr. Jared for the
Okay. Work for you? High enough. Oh, there we go. Okay. Your test? You good? Okay. You name and title? Bill Bell, Director of DOT. So about a week ago, we met right here in this garage talking about our snow season kickoff. So we decided not to wait. So here we are a week later talking about our first snow. We're expecting 1 to 3 inches overnight. So we've decided to have our first brining event today. So we have crews out. They've started at 9 a.m. They're going to be out all day today. We'll have crews on standby tonight if we need to salt and plow. What we ask the public, if you see our trucks out on the road, please give them space, let them do their work. And this brine will keep the snow from adhering to the roadways. Roadway temperature right now is about 31, 32 degrees, something along those lines. We can brine down to 20 degrees. And so it's going to be around 30 degrees overnight. So we feel pretty good about just doing the brine without any additives throughout the evening. So
what this is getting our sea legs again. I guess you could say we haven't had snow in such a while that we're now getting back to slowing down. Do you have any words of that? You mentioned to steer clear of any of the snow plows, but any words of advice on this first kind of big official snow?
I would say if you can, stay at home. I don't think it's going to be a big event. I don't think and this is my opinion, I don't think the snow is going to stick. But just in case, there could be slick spots, especially overpasses and bridges. Keep it slow and stay attentive when you're driving. There still could be pedestrians out there. So we want to make sure that we take it slow.
How much does the temperature of the ground going to play into this being a pretty small event?
Well, we've had, I think, was it 2 weeks ago? The temps were about 45 degrees. And so they've gone down to about 32 degrees. So it shouldn't play a big factor as far as the the road temps.
When it comes to your plan, what has changed between this year and last year?
Well, we're definitely going to be brining more. So this is our first opportunity to do just that.
Why brining more now than last year?
Well, we had a consultant come in after the January event, and they had several recommendations, and one of those recommendations was to brine more. And so we're working with the state because we treat a lot of the state roadways within Jefferson County. So we're working with KYTC. We just met with them this morning at 7:30 to talk about today and throughout the night. And so that communication is getting better. That was also another recommendation, improve internal and external communication. So that's why we met this morning. That's why we're here today. And so one of those recommendations, the brining, it has to be the right conditions to brine. And so we agreed that this was a good condition to do just that.
No rain, that helps too.
There is a slight chance for rain, but no rain does help on the brining.
Do you imagine things back to normal by Wednesday for drivers?
I certainly hope so. I don't see why not. As long as we have a little bit of sun, definitely.
After that last major event that we had, there were a lot of neighborhoods that were complaining about we didn't get the service that we expected from the city. What do you have to say to everybody just ahead of this first snowfall?
We do have a snow route map that's on our website. It's louisvilleky.gov/snow. So you can go onto that map and see if your street or roadway is on the snow map. There are several streets that are not, either they're with minor cities or HOAs, or they just don't fall into the snow mapping. We're at capacity now to do what we're doing. So we also have swims, solid waste management. They do some of the routes. We do vacant lots. They have some of the routes. Also parks. They have some routes as well. So we're doing as much as we can with what we have. So
I think maybe my question is more directed at looking at a statement from you about how you're going to be better and smarter this year than after the consultants came in, after re-examining the maps and everything. How is this year going to be better?
Well, we've actually removed some roadways. We added 24 roadways or sections of roadways onto our snow maps this year. So I think we're going to be more efficient. We have more equipment on board. So, and we have more brine tanks. We have brine tanks actually that are truck mounted. So.
Give us some numbers, Bill. How many trucks are going to be out brining tonight, tomorrow, and how many plows will you have? How long will it tonight, tomorrow morning?
We have 14 trucks out brining now. And then we have almost 100 available to plow tonight.
About how much roadway is going to get brined next?
On the brining route,
Probably about 50% of our brine routes.
so about 1,300 road miles.
You think you'll have to use the plows?
I hope not, but we're going to be ready. We'll be ready.
What kind of roadways were removed?
There were some smaller ones, maybe dead ends, or I can get you a list. But yeah, I mean, what we looked at when we added, we looked at slope. So if it was greater than a 5% slope, then we considered those more heavily.
Thank you.
Okay. All right.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
All right, folks, just to wrap things up, giving us an update from Metro Public Works today about the snow event that's going to be moving in overnight. We're expecting about 1 to 3 inches. So they already started brining. They started that around 9 a.m. 14 trucks have been out so far. The roadway temp right now is about 31 to 32 degrees, which makes it a favorable thing to do right now. So if you can, they are asking folks to stay at home, but they're not expecting this to be a huge weather event. But you know how it goes when we haven't had snow for obviously a while, and then people get back on the roads, things can get a little dicey. We sometimes forget on how to drive and navigate outside when we haven't had to do it for a while. So again, we are just expecting them to brine right now. They're taking the proper steps. They did make some adjustments to their routes. They're being more efficient with more equipment and change some areas that they're doing as well. So Wave News reporter David Mattingly is on this story for us today, and he's going to have much more. Of course, stay with us. Check on our website. The Wave Weather blog is up, where Brian is giving us the very latest on what he is forecasting for the event that's moving into our area. So thanks so much for staying with me, folks. Stay safe out there, and I will see you on Wave News at 3. Have a great day.